I'd like to call to order the January 12th meeting of the Falmouth County Council. This meeting is being recorded for public viewing, and by participating, you are acknowledging that your image, voice, and comments may be captured and made publicly available. This meeting also has been properly noticed in accordance with the Indiana Code 5-14-1.5. Let's have a moment of silence and we'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a roll call. Jeff Fischerow.
Here.
Denise Crowder. Here. Dudley Cruey.
Here.
Jeff Carver. Jim McKee.
Here.
Todd Head. Also present is Kim Johnson, Lisa Sparing, and Ethan Myers, which he left. So let the record show that we have a quorum of council members. We will start off with our appointments. For president, are there any nominations?
I make a motion that Kelly retain president.
I second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Are there any nominations for vice president?
Make a motion that Jeff remains vice president. Jeff Fischerow.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The Alcohol Beverage Commission, we appointed Sarah Dunsing to that board. Are there any other nominations for that? Hearing none, can I get a motion to continue with Sarah Dunsing as the representative for the Alcohol Beverage Commission?
Motion.
Second.
Seconded, motion by Jeff, seconded by Jim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Solid Waste Board. Currently, Jeff Carver is on that board. Are there any other nominations for that board? Hearing none, can I get a motion to appoint Jeff Carver to the Solid Waste Board?
So moved.
May I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The Emergency Management Advisory Council. Jeff Fischerow is currently on that council. Are there any other nominations?
I move that Jeff Fischerow continue on that committee.
Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Denise. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Insurance Committee, currently Denise Crowder is on that committee. Are there any other nominations for that committee? Hearing none, may I get a motion to reappoint Denise to that committee?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff, a second.
Second.
Second by Dudley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 5-0. JRAC Committee. Can I get a motion for a nomination for the JRAC Committee?
I make a motion that Dudley stay on or be on the JRAC committee.
Motion made for Dudley Cruey to be appointed to the JRAC Committee. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Denise. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 5-0. Can I get a motion to retain Ethan Myers as the county council attorney? Or are there any other nominations?
I nominate Ethan Myers to be the planning attorney.
I second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
5-0. The Employee Trust Benefit, I am currently on that benefit committee. Are there any nominations for that committee?
I move Kelly.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
5-0. Advisory Plan Commission, Jim McKee has stated he would like to retain that position. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, may I get a motion?
I nominate Jim.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 5-0. Board of Zoning Appeals. I'm gonna check on that one to make sure that we actually have an appointment that we put on there, because there is some question on that, so.
We do have. The gentleman from, that was out,
Ruben Spicer,
yes,
he is our appointee,
he's our,
you're correct,
yes.
because that was late in the season.
Yes, sorry. Guys, it was a.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get a motion to retain Ruben Spicer on the Board of Zoning Appeals?
I'll make that motion.
May I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 5-0. The WEGA Board, this one was not on our list. Jeff brought it to our attention, and I think it needs to be addressed while we're doing this. Jeff Fisher is currently our council representation on the WEGA Board. He is a non-voting member.
I move to retain Jeff on the Wicked Board,
I second.
Fisher.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to retain Jeff Fisher as the board member. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
5-0. Moving on to item number 5, the approval of the agenda. Has everybody having an opportunity to look at the current agenda? And do you see any additions or corrections that should be made? Hearing,
I don't see, it looks like we've got. It's the highlighted on the salary ordinance, so we voted on that, and I don't see that. Unless anybody's making.
I think the correction was made. There was a couple of things here. One was in the ambulance department. One is in emergency management. Emergency management was just an entry error, and that's been corrected. So I was not here at the December 30th meeting. Did you vote on?
So I thought that's, we did. I thought those were the amounts that you did vote on.
I think, Kim, you just more or
Yeah, it
less
was
just
just that.
highlighted, so we
Okay.
can see it for reference.
Okay, so there is anything you need to vote on what?
We just flipped emergency management because
Yeah.
I messed it up.
So we do need to vote to correct that.
So you're saying there's another actionable item to put on the agenda, Dudley? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one.
We'll do that.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Amended with adding the salary ordinance vote on
Okay.
Discussion. This is going to tighten up our agendas. The department heads need to know that if they have an actionable item, it's not going to go on the agenda and we're not going to act on it. If they just have information sharing, fantastic. But if you got something to do with finances, it's not going to be acted upon. This is an agenda that I think that we should have been working with a long time ago, that I'm used to working with. But I think it's going to make a change in how our department heads think about how they make presentations to the council.
So we need to table this,
We need to vote on the agenda.
yeah, we need to vote on the agenda, but when it comes to the salary ordinance, we'll have to table it.
I think it's okay because we brought it to the
Attention.
attention before we
Okay.
accept the agenda.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor to approve the agenda and discussion. Is there any further discussion from the council?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Seconded by Jim McKee,
I'll second.
or motion was, yeah, Dudley already started the motion. Jim McKee has seconded that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 5-0. Approval of the minutes from the meeting dated December 8th, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at those minutes? for those minutes, and are there any additions or corrections? I believe Todd was absent at that meeting, so
Yeah. he
other
was-
than that, everyone else was present.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the 12/8/2025 meeting.
Motion by Dudley Crew to approve those minutes dated December 8th, 2025. Discussion? Hearing none, can I get a second to approve?
Second.
Seconded by Jeff Fisherow. All in favor, say aye. Aye, 5-0. The approval of minutes from the meeting of December 30th, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at those minutes? I was not here and neither was Todd, I believe.
That's correct. Oh.
Hearing no additions or corrections, can I get a motion to approve?
So
So moved by Denise. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Dudley Cruy. Discussion? Hearing no discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 5-0.
Yeah, before.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4-0. Thanks for the correction there, Dudley. We're gonna move to the elected official and department reports. Kim, do you have anything for us? I do not. Tiffany, is she here? Tiffany, would you like to come to the podium if you have anything for us?
on,
Anything from your department that you'd like to share?
I don't have anything today.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Amber,
Morning.
good morning.
Alright, so I gave you a paper, I'm just kind of gonna do an outline of what our year looks like and where our deadlines are. Cyclical reassessment, December 31st, was our last cyclical reassessment cycle. So we're gonna start the new 4-year cycle. Tyler met their deadline of December 31st, so we got all the properties assessed, for that quarter. And they brought them in and we completed all our data entry. Typically our deadline for that's March, 1st of March, so we are done in all that. The next cyclical cycle will be from 2026 to 2029. And this year we will be reassessing Shawnee, Van Buren, Petersburg, and Wabash. Mobile home assessments, they are current year, they're a little different than what we do with real property. We typically mail those assessments out the first of the year, they were mailed out January 9th. Mobile home owners have the ability to appeal those assessments, they have 45 days from the date that it's mailed out, so February 23rd is their deadline. And when we roll mobile homes to the auditor, those are added to the tax bill that year, so that's how they're a little different than real, they're not a year behind, they're current. Personal property, there's been some legislative changes on the exempt amounts. So last year, any personal property that had assets were 80,000 or less were considered exempt and they would be taxed. This year they changed that to 2 million. So anybody that filed the previous year and their assets 2 million or less will not have to file personal property this year. They will stay on the books as an open and active account. But unless they purchase additional assets that puts them over that 2 million threshold, they don't need to turn in personal property. Again, that's a self-assessment, so they turn it into anything that we assess, they turn it into up. And the deadline for that is May 15th. The last time I was here, I mentioned something about cost tables, so the DLGF has been working on the cost tables. And they'll be loaded into our computer system here in the next week or two. I've been hearing a possible increase to assessments up to maybe 20%. This is going to affect residential and commercial properties. The frequency of adjustments have increased. Before it used to be, they tried to do it in a cyclical reassessment period of 4 years. But due to the surge of home prices in 2020, they can't keep up with what homes are selling for, so they essentially decided to do it in a couple years span and kind of spread that cost. So last year there was an increase, just gonna be an increase in assessments again this year to hopefully catch up to what the market's doing. Ratio study, I was able to get along to teams when we started that. Ratio study is, they're taking all the prior year sales to formulate the market factor that's applied to residential homes. It's to be finished by March. Last year, when we had the increase of cost tables, that market factor dropped by about 15% last year, so another increase to the assessment, you're likely to see a decrease in the market factor again when they do the ratio. Because so much changing the last couple of years, we've had a lot of upset taxpayers, and I totally get it. We've decided in our office to do some workshops for the public after Form 11s go out. So Form 11s went out April 25th last year. So shortly after that, we're gonna try and do some workshops for the public to come in. I'm working on a PowerPoint presentation to explain what's going on, the assessments, what our role is, what we changed. Hopefully bring in some of the budget stuff and how the taxes are calculated. A lot of them, I don't really understand that. To take public questions, and we're gonna try one through the normal workday, we're gonna do one on a weekend, we're gonna do one in the evening. So I know that a lot of public are upset that they can't get in here, you know, between 8 to 4, so we wanna open that up and try to be as transparent, answer questions as we can. We're gonna print their property cards too, and go over with them. Lots of times, you know, there are things that we can correct on the property card that can help assessments. So, one or two of my staff will come in and assist. If the public wants to print out their property card and go over it to see what the changes are, if there's anything that needs corrections, we'll do it then. And obviously, you know, allow them to appeal if they think they need to appeal. As far as the appeals, the deadline's 45 days after the Form 11s mailed out last year. Again, they were mailed out April 25th, and the deadline was June 16th. In 2024, we only had approximately 50 appeals. In 25, we had 200. Of those 200, we only have one left that's going to Indiana Tax Court, scheduled to go. And it's to do with low-income housing. For 2026, I'm expecting probably even more than 200 appeals. I mean, we had a lot of public that didn't appeal last year, you know, they were upset, but I think with another increase to their assessment, they're likely going to appeal, so. That's pretty much my year. Any questions?
Sounds like they're gonna be busy.
Gonna be busy.
Well, I think the public will appreciate, you know, meeting with them and discussing and explaining to them how it works.
If we see a large influx of people coming in on those workshops, we'll probably do more. Kind of depends on how it looks and the interest of the public. I also created a Facebook page. So I'm hoping that I can get some feedback public on that, you know, if we need more workshops, we'll do that. I'm also working on updating the website to have a lot more information that the public can access as far as questions and answers and. Knowing that, we encourage the public to come in and talk to us instead of just getting them, you know. There's a lot we can work with. But it's hard for them to come in when it's just 8 to 4,
Right,
so.
understandable. Thank you, Amber. Does anyone have questions for Amber? Thanks, Amber. Okay. Patty? Good morning.
I really don't have anything, I'm just gonna give you some information.
Okay, that's great. We'll take it.
So, we have started our new election cycle. And, you know, or 2024 was a big, you know, because it was presidential, it was big, but this one is big for our county. We have 1 commissioner, 4 council, assessor, clerk, sheriff, recorder, surveyor, all township trustees, all township advisory boards. Everybody on Covington City Council, everybody, the 2 board seats on Atticus City Council, 2 Hillsborough Council, 3 Kingman Council, so it's a big county election. Filing has started. Filing has started, you have until February 6th at noon. Noon is the deadline, and at noon and 1 second, you're late. If you are currently an elected official, you'll have to have your CFA 4 forms turned in by January 21st. Again, noon and 1 second is late, and the election board is charging the $50 a day fine.
You said the 21st.
21st.
Thank you.
The election board will be meeting the 27th at 10 a.m. and that's open to the public, and we'll be going over campaign finance. Other than that. All I have,
All right.
come out and vote.
You'll have school board too, right?
School board will be in the fall,
Oh, that's it.
yeah, they're not on the spring election because of 17-year-olds, they changed all that, so. That'd be next time.
Does anyone have any questions for Patty? Thanks, Patty.
Thanks.
Okay, we will move on to Nikki. He doesn't have anything for us, okay? Is Kayla here? Hey, Kayla? Tina?
I'll go on for you.
I just want to let you guys know that I'm working on the Fountain County alerts to set up for just the courthouse employees. So I'm getting that Excel sheet and it'll be uploaded, so if we want to send messages just to them, we can. I think that will be very helpful. I also wanted to bring to attention that I'm getting quote for an active 911 for all the fire departments and EMS. I'm just doing this on my own and been talking to them and seeing if they would like to do this. Warren County has done this. Seems to be nice. Everybody's on the same page, receiving the same thing. I had my deputy get a quote just to kind of see. He did 30 devices for each fire and EMS just to kind of see what it was. So that's a total of 240. No setup fee and no call volume, and it's roughly $3,500 a year. So I think we should look into that. Like I said, Gray, Warren County, he's on it. Their EMA director did the same thing. So it's kind of like the EMA is the hub of it, but then they all have their own. They're in charge of their own. So it just kind of keeps it.
And what did you call that again?
It's the active 911. I don't know if you want Greg to tell you a little bit about it. What it, you know.
It's the phone thing, right?
It's the phone thing. It takes the place of, I am responding. We used to have one in Warren County, or well, a bunch of departments had I am responding. They went to, the alert, 911 alert and, active alert. And it seems to work, it was presented, Jim Morrison, our EMA director, presented to the commissioners and asked that he could
put this forward, so all the departments would be on the same system. It helps dispatching stuff, so that's, and then it's a lot better system than the I am responding. The information that's presented is a lot clearer, and there's a lot more you can do to it, so it's a nice system. It's working really well so far.
Again, though, I'm just getting a quote, then I'm gonna reach out and probably go to Tri-County, talk to them, talk to EMS, see if that's something, what we can do. And then if it would just go through and have it paid for, and I would take care of it, and then they could run their own departments. It would just be nice to be on the same page instead of everybody's having to be separate stuff. So, other than that, still working on the building over there. Probably gonna have to start building shelves so we can start really organizing. I don't know what grants are out yet, so I can't really tell you that yet. Working on all the plans, updating, so other than that. That's it.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move on to EMS Director Wayne Laswell. Good morning.
Hello, I'm with the ambulance service. We have our billing software. We have the package for Trizetto, we've got in-house and the package for them set up now. Trizetto, we had a short training session, but they weren't able to go any further without the AIM one, which is actual billing software. So I think she has training today, started today, so hopefully we can get up and start billing again soon. There is a grant I learned about, a rural Indiana grant. It's $200 million over the next, every year for the next 4 years they're giving out, and they're rapidly going through it, and you don't have to wait 6 months or whatever to get it. So maybe by March, I'm gonna look into that and see if we can fit any of that into our EMS service. Payroll, this pay period had 2 holidays just like the last one. I told you it's like $8,500 cheaper. That was a mistake on my part. I didn't add in the part-time, so it's actually $14,000 cheaper. It was $94,000 last pay period, it's $80,000 this pay period. So over the course of a year, that's $372,000 in savings over the old schedule versus the new schedule. I went ahead and extrapolated that out with our payroll. Of course, they're all in the wrong categories, but just at this early point, it looks like we'll have in excess of maybe $190,000 in payroll, give or take. Problems that arise or whatnot, so
Right.
not promising anything, but that's what it looks like at this point. I do want to, I think we're good on ambulances for this year. I would like to do something where we buy the ambulance 1 year and then stock an ambulance the next year. With equipment, it's almost the same price, kind of, so that way we can build it into maybe the budget where you know what it's gonna be every year. So we get a truck, then we stock a truck, then we get a truck, so equipment wise. So this year we don't need an ambulance. But I am gonna look into some kind of equipment. So I don't know where, if I can get that internally or not, so. Keep looking into that. But that's all I really have. If I have questions.
Any questions for Wayne? Thank you, Wayne. Hey, is Jenny here? Jenny is probably not here because they moved into their new building today. Today is their first day of operations, so I'm happy to announce that. There are just a couple other things they need to get moved over, but I think the bulk of everything is there, and I'm gonna try and stop by there today on my way home, so I can kind of take a look and see how it's going. The highway department, Mr. Lewis. All right, thank you. Great. Nothing from the landfill, okay. Mr. Kraut, Mr. Holt.
The only thing I got for you guys is just basically a statement, and I just want to tell you guys, thank you for helping all the departments out. Last year on the budgets, it's greatly appreciated by all. And, you know, hands up, hats off to you guys for doing what you did.
Well, we appreciate that, and we you know, we're glad that we're able to work with a good group of employees and sometimes we don't always see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we try and come to a compromise, and I hope that we've been able to do that with everyone, so. And we look forward to the new year, so, and that's why I had everybody come today, so we can kind of start the year and kind of get to know what everybody's thoughts are for the year and, you know, what's happening in their departments and kind of just let you know that we're all here for everybody. So if anybody has any questions or concerns, reach out to one of us and we'll try and work through, you know, whatever may be happening. So with that, we're going to move to, is Dana here? Good morning.
So I have an update. Our two PSAP units that I asked and you guys said yes, thank you very much. I've been talking with the company. They're gonna send me the final drawings. We'll sign up on the final drawings. I'll give you all that guys, the paperwork as well. And then after I send that back, it'll be 12 to 14 weeks. They will come, they will take down the old, they will put up the new, and at that time I will contact an IT and we'll have to do all this stuff with switching the switch over for us and review it. So thank you very much. Part-time, I've got several applications out there, got some good ones this time, so I'm going through those and we'll hire another part-time individual. The girl that is training now, she's doing quite well, hopefully, we're gonna get her switched to nights on in February, so she can get used to the night shift, and hopefully by mid-March, we'll have her on a console by herself with a partner, so. Do you guys have anything for me?
Answer?
Were they paid for last year?
They were in the budget for this year. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay, thank you.
Yes. Also, I got a cheaper, so there'll be some more money that's like. I'm not, no, I do not know that yet. I'm hoping that we'll be able to keep one piece up while the other one goes down, so we will not be down completely. If something does happen, say there's a glitch, we will get transferred to Vermillion County, who takes that over for us. So we will still have radios to be able to get out. They will just have to holler at us and we'll have to get it dispatched out. So there will be no lapse in any fire ambulance or police entities for Montgomery County.
Great, it's great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And those veteran officers not on.
I just put 3 more on here. I did.
Yeah.
The veteran officer, James Wynn.
I need to go over there.
Now right here.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, I feel I should say something, but first of all, I'd like to say thank you for the new and previous equipment. You know, the government system is so hard, whereas you know, security, that the passwords in. And then I was operating with a small laptop, whereas I had to get off one of the programs and go to another program, then get off that program and go back to another program. But you guys straighten that out. I giving me a new system, you know, with a couple of monitors where I can go back and forth, which helps the veterans out a lot and it makes my job more efficient. And last year we did like 4-hour beaches. You know, we was out at the county fair, we did the Badlands, we did a couple other things, we did the high school where they had the American Legions. So my job is to reach out to the veterans, letting them benefits that are available to them. And I've got a passion for that, and plan on doing a lot more this year, you know, wherever I can be, because we have a lot of elderly veterans in Fountain County who are what the new word is, unalive. And so their spouses are coming in to get the benefits, you know, very expensive, very applies to everything. So I'm really trying to do a great job doing that, and I take great pride in helping these guys. I want to tell you a small story. There was one veteran came to my office, and she was she had her son had died in Yugoslavia, and they buried him over there. He was shot down the plane. They buried him over there, and she did everything in the world. She came in with a stack of papers this high because she was back and forth with the government trying to get her son back here to the United States. And what ended up happening is she got her son back here, but she passed, but her cousin came in there to do the paperwork. She got her son back here, and now her son is buried right out in Brown County. They, you know, dug up the grave and brought back here. And the only thing she wanted was grave marker. So we're doing some great things for the veterans in Brown County. You know, and I thank y'all for the opportunity for letting me help y'all, you know, serve them, but got a long way to go.
Well, we appreciate you too.
Yeah, y'all
For helping.
got questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Council?
I just want to make a comment about him. He was at the Petersburg, the Fountain Central Veterans Day program in November, and he spoke. And he promoted the county and the veterans program here and what he does, and that was needed. So kids would see that, and parents that were there would see that we're working on that, and you're certainly did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Daniel Asprey.
I don't have anything to do.
Okay. Adam? All right, thank you, department heads. Oh, soil and water.
I have nothing to add.
Hi, Lori. Dan was hiding you back there. I couldn't see. All right, thank you to all the department heads that came today. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here. I would kind of like to continue doing this at least once a quarter, so we can kind of just stay updated on what your office is doing and some things that you might need, or things that are happening that you might need assistance from us. If you're all right with that, I'd like to continue doing that once a quarter, if that's okay with all of you. Okay, we will move on and do our unfinished business. Health Department, Donovan Construction, $57,722.50. We've decided that she had the funds to do that with. So we will have a public hearing for those funds. What, could you tell me what fund that's coming out of?
1159.
1159. Thank you.
Was that advertised?
Yes.
It was advertised.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open the public hearing at 9:37. We will be taking public comment. If you have a public comment you would like to address the council with, could you please come to the podium and state your name and the township in which you live from or live in? Carol, would you like to come to the front and speak to us?
I don't want to walk over there.
Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to close the public comment at 9:38 a.m. This is for Donovan Construction for the renovation for the health department for $57,722.50. This will be paid out of Fund 1159 of the health department. Can I get a motion to approve the expenditure?
So is this an additional?
You know, I don't know, because she has the funds, the money in her funds. It has been advertised.
That's not in the budget, so. it is-
Yeah, it'll be an additional.
Yeah.
Yes. So this will be an additional for the health department. Can I get a motion to approve the expenditure of $57,722.50 coming from a fund 1159? So moved by Denise. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, may I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Jim McKee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed 5-0. Review and acknowledge clerk's monthly report for December 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to view the clerk's monthly report?
Motion to acknowledge the clerk's monthly report for December 2025.
Motion by Dudley. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, may I get a second to Dudley's motion?
Second.
Seconded by Jeff Fischerow. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pass 5-0. Report of collections, sheriff and clerk for December 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to view that document? May I get a motion to approve report of collections for the sheriff and clerk dated December 2025?
Motion.
Motion by Jeff Fischerow. Discussion?
Second.
Seconded by Jim McKee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, pass 5-0. We're going to pause for a moment and Stephanie is on Zoom. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Wow.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
You might, are you on mute maybe? No. We're working on it. Let's continue. Treasurer. Is everyone to documents? Motion. Motion by Devin Drew to acknowledge discussion. Hearing no discussion, can I get a second? Seconded by Denise. All in favor, say aye. Aye, pass 5-0. Acknowledge a promissory report, Sheriff, for July 1, 2025, and December 30, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at those documents? Yeah. May I get a motion to table until our December or January 2023 meeting, like January 23rd. Jim McKee. And seconded by Denise. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Table 5-0 until our January 23rd meeting. Stephanie, can you hear me?
She can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you.
No.
I don't.
Do you have anything for us?
No, I just was coming at your request.
Okay. If you don't have anything for us, we appreciate you zooming in for a second or two.
Okay, Kim, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, was this not when you all wanted us to jump on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good enough. So were we talking about repairs or what were we supposed to be talking about today?
We're going to discuss paint and carpet for some of the offices.
Oh, okay. I'm good then. All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day. Take care. Bye-bye.
New business. Oh, what, let me back up. Zeta County individual business meetings. That's. Yeah. We'll probably do that for the business. Okay. Adding on salary ordinance under bold business.
The only change is between the deputy director and assistant. There's not, to vote on, there's not study. It's just.
And it's his understanding the state statute saying the same thing that I read.
Oh, I probably got, okay.
That's not hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go.
So just a correction to that line item. But
I agree.
it should be 51 to 50. So your EMC and paramedics are correct. Right.
I just highlighted because it was a change.
Okay. Any other corrections that you guys can see? Wayne. Is it 12 EMTs and 12 paramedics?
It's 12. It's going to be 12. For the full schedule, it's 12.
Being 67, plus 12. That's a lot, so this is. It's all. That's what I. Right. H2. It's exactly. That can be built. And some of the haven't been here. All of these discussions for about 6 months, but one change this year was. You have a board, it's paid, family and paid this, and. attendance record or something.
Right.
The budget is for I'm voting on that. Now we'll look at it.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the salary ordinance 26-02? By Devin Fruin. Is there a second? Seconded by Denise. I'm sorry. Discussion.
We went on. Have.
Okay, Denise seconded that. All in favor, say aye. 5-0. New business, line item number 9, encumbrances. For the university, $4,000, and for office supplies, $1,600 for repair and maintenance. Treasurer for $1,112.56 for office supplies. Fountain County Art, $4,628.17 for cars, not vehicles. It's just the name of the acronym for group. The coroner for $1,274.31 for lease from Enterprise. The Plan Commission, $1,537.50 part-time for John Schrock. Cumulative Bridge, $40,000 for equipment, that is the paper. $423,115 for bridge repair. NVH restricted for $271,684.24 for bridge.
Order, I thought we paid off that.
It did not. They came back with more fees and things that we haven't done, so
Pay it off.
it is in the works.
Yeah,
Correct,
yeah.
yes, yes, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I emailed them. So, but if you need any, let me know. I have. them right here. Yeah.
Of which 3 was needed information that I was interested in seeing.
It's for the construction for one, it started this year. And that's the little bit, can you just allow everything in the guy? Yeah, that I speak about one year. 3 year, yeah.
Good. I know that, the treasurer turned in copies of,
Yeah,
I have here.
Yeah.
The cars is that to finish out 2025, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we have a new agreement then this year. Mr. Schrock turned in his time that he can for his work. Jenny, please, any other discussion?
I think pointing out these encumbrances, I have a lot of questions on that. These are works we do. These are things that were approved in last year's budget, element from last year's budget, over time, so that we paid this year, so.
All in favor, say aye. Pass. We did get some, carpet and cleaning quotes. Offices in the courthouse. That would be the assessor. The recorder. The auto treasurer. And then Tiffany, I would like to get one of your office if I could, just to have on my. Is that all right with you? I've been kind of wanting it. I didn't think it was necessary. Why would get that? Yeah, if you want to talk with people, she kind of spearheaded that. She's got that information of the gentleman that came. Speak more about it, that would be good. Just so we can have it on record. If we ever decide to move forward, we have something. Any questions about the clothes that we received? Nice to know. You know, when we get to that, I don't even know what we're. Tell us. Says that I don't know if it says, I didn't say December that. Okay, we will move on. I don't have any correspondence.
We had a. Exactly, like word getting. We get. Progresses. Will be starting. Later this year. So we're meeting to be at 5 o'clock, but. One side is put it start on each side, one day is to spread it. God, so that would start doing it. And it doesn't look like configuration, but everything started, and then driving, building the harms. City department and all that, so. The other side of the road, which is a lot of city, that's gonna be, they won't do seven, or the girls. How that's. As far as other parts of the county, Petersburg has a person ripping. Body, making them take care out of. Looking to the right person, room, have a couple of people in mind. Where, there's building, stuff like that. Hillsborough, working there, people steps. Store process, but it's supposed to be, Hillsborough is supposed to be, 136 million, 40 going to, supposed to be going to. For the big hours. Our contingency, the project's kind of. Having to tag in. Projects, but it is not. That sidewalk today. And state exact sidewalk. There goes the road, it's the what the thing. Right, and it's been changed. To the times throughout the life. When we came, she can do over the rest now and then the water system for the kids. So she's getting appropriate. We're starting the process with parents.
I know too that, I brought to Ken's attention, I found out through one of our neighboring counties, Dubuque County, and talked with, Tom Marshall, who is the commissioner there, that they received a grant from IDEM, the Environment Emergency Environment Management, and they used it for tire recycling. So I got in touch with Ken Howard, and she and her and I together filled out the application for this grant, so hopefully the county can receive that grant and they can use it towards the tire recycling day. And I spoke to the gentleman from Dubuque County, I'm spearheaded their tire recycling, a lot of information and I'm that. Grant will, it's $10,000, so I think with, the way they did it, they set it up, they took, farm tires, semi tires, and auto tires. So, hopefully we can get awarded that grant and that will help out from the mistakes.
We get still record. Still has.
Yeah, Warren County. Right.
Good.
Get it.
Good, we can get it. So, public comment, does anybody have anything they'd like to share or ask of the council? Hey, real quick, the next meeting is our joint meeting on Friday, January 23rd at 9 AM here in the commissioner's room. Is there anything else? Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting? Denise, all in favor say aye. Aye. Pass 5-0, adjournment time is 2. Thank you again, everyone.